Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the Black Manga Critic here with part two of the Katekyo Hitman Reborn live stream discussion featuring my guy Nakamanga. All right, now Nakamanga, you know the deal. Like, tell us a little about, like you've already told us a little bit about your love for Reborn and everything like that. Hold on, I gotta mute it. I always forget to mute that live stream. Ah, that's either here nor there. That's fine. We're gonna move on from that. All right. But my guy Nakamanga is here. Just tell us a little bit about how you feel about Reborn. And yeah, and Shona Jump, I guess, if you wanna go into that.
I'm Nakamanga, I guess, and Reborn. It's one of my, I guess, first 5 manga I really got really addicted to. First like Dragon Ball and stuff really early, like with 15, 16 or something. But later on, Reborn, and when I found it, I just dove into it and just super addicted to the series. So since then, I only finished it maybe 3 times, but I'm to be honest, I have to reread it again and everything. But so I really love it. The art, the story, the characters, like everything. I have barely any bad points. Well, we talked a little bit about the bad points last stream, with the just jump from arc to arc without, But for the rest, I guess I barely have any bad points there for the whole series. I just enjoy it.
All right, cool. So, excuse me, a little cough. I just came from outside, I had a haircut and everything like that. So, just, my body's still warming up and everything. But if you're watching this video, you haven't checked out part 1, please do check out part 1. That was an awesome discussion. We talked a lot about, how, again, like a lot about what Nakamanga was talking about, flaws that we thought the series had. We went through the Vongola Guardians and, sort of talked about, who our favorite characters were, right? From like most favorite to least favorite. That was extremely fun. I really enjoyed that. And today we had a viewer who was it? I can't remember who it was. I feel terrible about it. But we had a viewer who asked us to go through the Arco Baleno, right? Because the Arco Baleno, I think, I think it's just a really awesome concept that you could only really think of, if you're like, right, it's almost like something that a mangaka, like that's like a distinctly like mangaka thing to come up with, like in a shonen, and right, it's just a really creative way of like thinking about how to have the strongest individuals in a particular battle, right? In your battle shonen, just be like babies, and they have these paths. Like all of it is just seems really, really odd at first, but when you really get into it, it's just like, that was really cool. I really appreciated that. I really appreciated the creativity. I appreciated the designs. Everything about it is phenomenal. So Nakamanga, wait, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, what I'm really appreciating about the Arco Baleno is more like, the strongest characters, they kind of always have like just an excuse to not be part anymore. Just like from top of my mind, like there's Rayleigh from One Piece. He's like OP as fuck, but it's not my era anymore. I'm just gonna sit by. This is just like the saying, but here we have those strongest characters who are actively blocked to actually do something. They just have like the baby body, and they can't do anything anymore. So they can do stuff. They still have a lot of power, I guess, but they can't get all out anymore. And I don't think there are a lot of manga, I guess, who have like the teacher kind of figure to not do anything. But there is a good reason to, and especially because in the last arc we get into this stuff more, and reason behind all of it, and that there's a reason to it, and also the Arco Baleno just when Reborn, he got to his adult form again, and everything. There's super great interaction with this concept. But yeah, other stuff, other characters just have like, yeah, I don't want to fight anymore. You know, my time is over. That's it.
Yeah. No, I mean I agree. I think like yeah. Thinking about that now, because you really sort of prompted like some thoughts that I was just running through, and I think the one like right we talked a bit I talked a bit about we talked a bit about the last arc, and I think that last arc did some things particularly well, and the arc of Beleno, right? Of course, like they're like a huge right, like they're like the focal point of that last arc, and what I loved about it was it gave Reborn such like pathos, like because I think prior to that you kind of get the we're talking about the Arco Beleno, John Boy. Talking about the Arco Beleno. And shout out to John Boy for coming through to the stream. Shout out to Anime Manga God for coming through to the stream. And I think this stream's not going to be very long. The stream is going to be about an hour. Well, an hour. Like, how long do we want it to go? Do we want it to go an hour? Do we want it to go like
40 minutes?
Yeah, an hour. Yeah. Okay. So an hour is good. I'm going to make sure I keep track of the time, and that's what we do. So I think we can start talking about the Arc of Beleno a little bit, how we feel, right? How we felt about it and everything like that. And
just to ask now, before we get into it, which Arc of Beleno do we focus on? Because we have like the future arc, and we have like past Arc of Beleno flashbacks and everything. We have like there are not consistent roles of Arc of Beleno, I guess. So
that's true. So what we can do is maybe what we should do is do a rank. Like we should pull up the Arc of Beleno and rank them quickly. And then maybe talk about our favorite Arc of Beleno and our least favorite Arc of Beleno. Okay. And why that is. I think that'll be good. That way we don't waste too much time talking about like the ones the people in the middle, Okay. So I'm going to pull up the Arc of Beleno really quickly.
Yeah,
just for myself.
Right. Okay, yeah, please. I have them also on my screen, just to be sure.
Okay. I'm going to pull them up really fast. And just for myself. I pretty much have all of them. I pretty much know all of them, but it's always good to just to have them. Yeah, okay. All right. So you want to go first in terms of like favorites? Do we want to do favorites and then least favorites?
Let's just get them all out here. I guess we have Reborn, we have Viper, we have Skull, we have Coronello, we have Verde, and Fon and Uni. No.
Mm-hmm. And then yeah. Do we include LAL? Do we include LAL merch like as like a sort of right? But
she was in the future arc, no? With the
because LAL's sort of story, right? Is that she was supposed to have the spot that Colonello eventually takes, right? Because she was supposed to be originally. That's why she has a corrupted pacifier.
Yeah.
So I kind of count her because I think she's still pretty cool. I mean, she's not going to be my favorite or least favorite, but she's still pretty cool. She's still,
I agree. She's not like she's in the middle pack, I guess, for me also. Then the only other one who like just falls out, I guess, is Bermuda from the Vindice.
Oh yeah, Bermuda's an interesting case. I would count him too. But something tells me that where the conversation is going to go, I don't feel like Bermuda is our least favorite or favorite. Like I feel like he's not going to be included there. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but I don't think so.
Yeah, I also don't think so. Like design, like he's one of my top to be honest. Just like art from art kind of perspective. I really like the design. But as a character, I agree. He's not going to be like anywhere top or bottom.
Okay, so who do you have as your favorite Arc of Beleno?
I'm gonna real straight with Reborn. Like I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know, cheesy or simple, but he just joins us for a complete way. We have him from the first chapter. even so we don't understand anything at that point, but like just kind of dry humor we have from him, you know, like he's kind of super serious about his stuff, but you can't take him serious because like in the beginning you just think he's a baby, you know, you don't really know about the curse and everything. So just getting out the guns and be his teacher, be Tsuna's teacher as a baby, you know, everything just like super crazy. And until the last arc when he basically tries to tell Tsuna about, yeah, he's reborn as an adult. He just tries to tell him, but Tsuna just doesn't get it, I guess, or doesn't see it. But yeah, everything, like the whole series, I really love Reborn.
Okay, I would say my favorite is Phone, actually.
Okay.
And I think one reason I love Phone one because he's just cool. He's just a cool, like he's just amazing looking. And when I read the manga and I saw like the Arca Baleno, and I read the Arca Baleno arc, I definitely had a mild like crush on Phone. Like Phone was like definitely made for me because he's just beautiful. He's just this beautiful guy. He's super cool, martial artist. Like I adore Phone like so much. And I think another reason why I love Phone is because he was in, you know, he was a part of like, he had a bit of a comedy where he had that whole little test where they had to catch him and everything like that. And that was kind of funny. But then we also got to see like, and that's why I love the Arca Baleno arc, because we really got to see them just like go out, you know, go all out. And when he does, it's just like, oh man. I mean, that was one of my favorite parts of Reborn, like period. Like if I had to pick a top 5 moment, like Phone being released from the curse temporarily is like greatness.
Yeah,
I love that.
he super reminds me of Ranma from, you know, like the tail and the red kind of Chinese dress up and everything. So, but I thought when we got to know all the Arco Baleno, you know, and I definitely thought like, whoa, damn, he's a martial artist. He got to be like one of the strongest of them all, you know. Just from the design kind of perspective, I already thought he's gonna be so powerful. But but either way, all the Arca Baleno are really powerful. So yeah, I guess Fon, I would put him in my list. Let me just think about it. I guess I would put him third. Yeah, third, I guess.
You have him third? Who is your okay? So
how is Reborn for you? Which
Reborn is number 2, definitely. I mean, like the only reason that Reborn is not number 1 is because we got that Phone greatness in that last arc. I mean, if we didn't get that last arc, Reborn would be number 1, hands down. Hands down. But because we got the Phone greatness, and he just like
every Arca Baleno just like in the last part or greater part of Reborn, like every Arca Baleno just got a lot of points, I guess. Like a lot of more everything. Yeah,
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, for me, like second place would be Viper. I like the style of like illusionist, and later on he's also like working with Chrome, also the illusion kind of fighting style, and he's like part of the Varia, and he's the second Arca Baleno we all are introduced to, no? If I'm correct?
Viper, I want to say,
I don't know if we get like, any more Arca Baleno in the comedy arc and in the beginning.
If it's not Viper, then Skull. I feel like Skull maybe was introduced before Viper, but I can't be sure. Because Skull is like comedy. Skull's like comedy gold.
Yeah, that's true. He's like, so funny.
If I had like, yeah, no, but I will say that when Viper was introduced, I was like, whoa. I was super hyped for Viper. I must say, and he's still pretty cool. But my boy,
I also love yeah. Sorry, please go on.
No, go ahead. I mean, so you have okay, Reborn is number 1 for you, and Viper is number 2, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So number 2. Okay, so number 2 obviously like is Reborn, right? I mean, Phone is number 1, so there's no way for me that Reborn is going under 1 or 2. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I guess. No list.
You know, so
will this happen?
like Reborn, and again, like the last arc really helped me love Reborn even more, just because like I understood like his role in the manga, and like you were talking about, right? Like for there to be such a powerful character who is limited in such a way in that way, and for you, like I think as a reader to be okay with that, like to me that's like really great writing. But I think the reason why Reborn is number 2 is 1 because he's not Phone, and right, like 1 because he's not Phone, and 2 because I think he just does a great job with Suna. He does a great job, and he also like and I just love that like when he takes a particular thing seriously, it's like whoa, it's like the atmosphere just shifts. You're like, okay, Reborn is here. He's not playing games. Let's do this. And I just love everything about his character because you still take him seriously, even though he sounds like a baby, he looks like a baby, but you take him very seriously. There's never like an instance where you're like, I'm not taking Reborn seriously. You know, like I doubt Reborn's greatness. You always know that Reborn is greatness.
Yeah.
Almost every panel that he's in, every second that he's in terms of the anime, you never doubt his greatness.
That's true. Like you can't really. It's like literally impossible to say anything against Reborn. It's not possible. Yeah, but yeah, I agree. I guess what you're saying there. But for the chat, I saw John Boy with Lalmir for 2nd and Colonel 3rd. So how do you have them in your rank? So I guess your ranking was Phone, Reborn, and then 3rd one we had.
3rd one I didn't mention, I don't think. Who do you have for number 3?
Phone.
Okay, so Phone is number 3. Okay. So you know, top 3, gotta have Phone in there, gotta have Reborn in there. That's how I feel about it.
I guess like it's I guess both the top 3 will be like kind of the same for everyone. Like Reborn is always going to be there, but just like the personality of the design and the character itself. You know, if you like, for me, I like the illusionist kind of guy. So that's why Viper is for me like 2nd place. But if you like more martial art kind of fighting and the characters in this situation, you know, then of course Phone will be more for you. Yes, you know. But I guess the top 3 will be like kind of similar for everyone.
Yeah, I think so. I think generally, right, like most people have Reborn in the top 3, and I also think like if they're manga readers more so, they'll have Phone in their top 3. If they're anime readers, they might have Phone in their top 3, but I don't know. You know, I don't know. I think like more likely they'll have someone like
I guess if you watch if you watch the anime and do a ranking based on the anime, and then afterwards you read the last part, the not animated stuff from the manga, I guess your top arc of Vanilla will be really shaken up, I guess, because there's so much happening with all those characters.
Number 3. Okay, I gotta get to number 3. I have to like my number 3 is Skull. Skull's my number 3. Like I adore Skull. Skull is like one of my favorite characters. And just like I think in manga in general, because he's so funny. He's like bordering like Lambo levels of like comedy greatness, honestly. Like every time I see Skull, I laugh. Skull's my number 3.
Skull. Okay, yep.
Skull's my number 3. I adore Skull. Like, he's so funny. He's always getting blasted or beat up or whatever. But like, but then and what I also love is that Skull is a character that like is like he's such a clown, and he's always wearing that motorcycle helmet that's like way too big, like for the rest of his body. It just looks so hilarious. I love that design. Makes me laugh every time I see it. It cracks me up. And his voice is really good. The voice actors did a phenomenal job with him. And then with the manga, when we get the temporary curse release, he's also like beautiful. Like, he's a beautiful like guy, like beautiful character, wonderful design.
That's what I wanted to say there.
You know, I mean, you can talk about that a little bit if you want.
Yeah, so Skull for me is also like definitely the comedy character, and I really love it because I really love Lambo. So we have like for Akubareno, we have Skull there. So he really scores in my perspective there. But when the curse release and he like an adult again and everything, like, damn, he's cool. Like, without the helmet, damn, I didn't expect anything like this kind of design to go there. But he's also really great. For me, Skull, just to note, I would put him 4th if I have to put like every one character. But if not, I would put on 3 with Fong, like both of them on 3 if I could.
Yeah, and that's one thing I love is like how sort of like close our sort of rankings are in that sense, right? Like, I think I would put Viper. I would have Viper as 4. Like, I would have Viper as 4. So okay, that's really good. I like that. I like that. Okay, so you have all right. So again, just for like everybody that's sort of in the stream, we're talking about our we're just sort of ranking the Arca Baleno for this particular discussion for Reborn. And again, like if all of you want more discussions of Reborn, if you want to do that, like I don't think we'd have any problem doing that because there's so much to talk about for Reborn. All right, we could have one stream just dedicated to this, just ranking the Arca Baleno. So if y'all want more Reborn streams and you want to talk about other things in terms of the series,
there's so many groups in Reborn. We can rank them all. You know, we can rank the Barria, we can rank the refs there, we can rank all kind of groups there. So it's really easy. Reborn.
All right.
No, but I just wanted to note there, if it just in between, like Zoan just wrote his top 5 from Reborn, and I just have to damn agree, like very close to my list, I guess, overall. Like he had
I see.
Reborn, Tuna, Enma, Lambo, and Xangus as top 5 character from the series.
That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting list. Like, I think like if we're talking about characters, then
we could do character next after the Arca Baleno.
Yeah, we can finish the Arca Baleno, then we can do characters, and we can end the stream there. Like that'll be like the last topic because we want to make sure that's right. We want to make sure it's an hour.
Well, you can see with the time. We can see how far we get. And then, okay. We had like up to number 4 now. So I guess there's nothing really like. Yeah, I guess there are not a lot of Arca Baleno like left to rank. So
who's your least favorite? Who's your least favorite?
Least favorite?
Yeah, I think we have the same least favorite Arca Baleno.
I guess it needs to be Uni, I guess.
Oh, okay, it's different. Okay, so Uni's not my least favorite, actually.
I'm not sure. I'm just guessing, you know. Like I understand Uni is like as the Sky Arca Baleno and everything. She's like, or not just Uni, but also Arya, the one before, and there was also the first Sky Arca Baleno. They would have like the heavy curse with the illness and everything.
Oh yeah. It's like Luce, Arya, and
Luce, Arya, and Uni. Yeah, Arya was before Uni, and Uni is the 10th one. Yeah. So I know this character is like super important. Sky Arca Baleno, like kind of the leader, not leader, but I don't know how to explain. Like the main body of Dark Flame. I don't know how to explain, but like super really important role. Yeah, but like I don't know. I'm
I got
getting
you.
more with her.
I got you though. I totally understand what you're talking about. It's just like, like it's weird because like if I like let's say like if we're looking at like the three Sky Arcobaleno, like Lucha is awesome. I love Lucha. I love her design.
Yeah.
She's super cool. She's my favorite. Then right, then Arya, then Uni. That like right, like it's their order. Like their order is actually like in terms of like how much I like them as characters and everything like that. Like Uni is you know, like, and I think like if we're taking Uni as the current Arcobaleno, if we're simply talking about like who were the current Arcobaleno, generally, then Uni is like my second to last, like second to last. It would be the second to last favorite, right? Like, and my least favorite would be Verde. Verde.
I have him second to last.
Yeah.
I
don't know why.
Like all these scientist kind of characters are important to the story. They do stuff and they are doing stuff, but always in the background and everything. Yeah. And it's like kind of I don't know. Nothing against him and his work he's done in the series, but it doesn't make him interesting that much to just be a scientist kind of guy and just helping out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess I just felt like they could have just been more like he could have been cooler. Like I love his design as well. Like I think his design is really cool. But I think all of the Arcobaleno have wonderful designs.
Yeah, true.
All like that is like that's an artist. Like
I guess we can agree when we rank here the Arcobaleno and have like least favorite and everything. But there are definitely like not. I guess all of the Arcobalenos are really high ranking in overall ranking from Reborn. You know, I wouldn't put Uni like 80th place or something. You know, from the characters. You know, I guess I still would put her in top 15 or top 20. I guess. You know, all the Arcobaleno are really great, and but yeah, just for Arcobaleno, like Uni and Verde are like bottom tier.
Okay, so do we want to move on to top 5 characters quickly?
Yeah, sure. So just for noting, like we have Colonello and Lalmirk, I guess. And what do you think about those? Just to finish off with Arcobaleno.
I love Lalmirk. I think like I really liked her story. I like the fact that like even though she doesn't really I'm trying to remember what it was exactly with Lalmirk, but I remember the like general backstory, but I can't remember if it's that like is she allowed to age? Is that what it is? Like she's allowed to age, but she's still like I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can check it real fast here. Yeah, they right here. Her cause was not solidified.
Okay,
unlike the other Arcobaleno, she's like a failed Arcobaleno, and is prone to aging over time.
Okay, I see. Yeah. Because in the future, she's older, and in our particular time, she's like still, a baby. I still think like I feel like I love her story. I think there's just more done with her, right? Because of how her interactions with Imetsu, with Suna's father, and the CEDEF. Like, I think that's generally like cool. I really like Lal as a character. Both versions. And Colonello is also pretty interesting because like when you learn that he gives himself, he sacrifices himself so that Lal doesn't have to deal with the curse. Like that really like raised my respect for Colonello because it's like at that point it's very clear that he loves her. And I like both of them as characters. If I had to like it would be like Colonello would probably be under Lal. It would be like Lal, then Colonello, then Uni, then Verde. Yeah, that's how it would go, I guess.
And Bermuda still informed, or Bermuda somewhere between.
Yeah. Okay, no, Bermuda would be between Lal and Colonello, I think. Like it'd be like Colonello, then Bermuda, then Lal, then Bermuda, then Colonello.
It's super difficult to rank those middle kind of guys. Yeah, for me, I would agree. So I for all my list would be like Reborn, Viper, Fong, Skull. Then we would Bermuda because I really love the design. I really dig the design. And then Lalmir, Colonello, and then Union Verde.
Good. I like that.
I also like the All-American Colonello like love story they're going on and sacrificing and everything. But I guess it's good, but I don't know. Every kind of story somehow has like this sacrificing guy because of love. It's somehow I don't feel like surprised or special anything about it anymore.
Yeah.
Not to make it bad, you know, sacrifice because of love or love interest or anything. It's like really honorable. Definitely. I really I have huge respect for this kind of guy, but just story wise, it's nothing really special, you know. To see it been done, yeah.
Okay, so do we want to move into the top 5? Because that's going to be real interesting. I think that's going to be. I'm having a hard time just thinking about my top 5 right now. I mean, I think I have a few. Like, I definitely have like at least 3 of them. But when it gets to like 4 and 5, it's like and are we ranking them as a 5, or are we just saying here are my 5 favorite characters?
Yeah, let's not rank them because I think it will be super hard. I guess maybe a number 1, but I guess the rest it's kind of difficult. Or we can just have them like S tier characters, you know, like top notch characters and everything.
Yeah.
And then,
all right, sounds good.
Well, we don't need to limit us for only 5, I guess.
Do you want to add?
You have more?
Okay.
If you have more to add into this kind of category, but to like S tier, like top notch characters, if you have 6 or 7, I guess it's fine.
Okay. Ooh, so top 5. I gotta really think about this now. Okay. So the 3 that are definitely there. Suna's definitely there.
Yeah, I guess Suna, you can't avoid to have him there.
You can't do one without him. Hibari is definitely there.
Yeah. I think Xangus will be there for a lot of people, but for you, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's not. Well, that's tough because I don't. He's not in my top 5, but he's definitely like if there's like a top 10. Oh, he's definitely in there. He'd probably be like 6. He'd probably be like number 6. Like he would be in there. He'd be in the top 10 definitely. He's like an honorable mention for the top 5, I guess. I love his story, but it's just like, and I love his design and everything like that. But he's just not like I don't know. He's like. Yeah. I don't know. But Suna's definitely there. Hibari's definitely there. And Reborn. Those 3 are definitely in there. And then if I had to add 2 more, I would have Gokudero would be in there. He'd be in the top 5. I love him.
We had that before. I wouldn't put him there.
I got you.
Yeah,
I love Gokudero.
Just for everyone who didn't see part 1, like I don't like the range kind of fighting type. So that's the only reason. But the character is great. I agree. But yeah.
And then the 5th one would be whatchamacallit? Byakuren was awesome. I love him as a character. I think he's phenomenal. Byakuren, the leader. With the parallel universes. Like I loved him as a character. I thought he was great. He was so distinct. Like he's one of those characters where like when you think about the series, it's very like there's no way that you could forget about him.
No.
You know what I mean? Like his design was phenomenal. His traits, everything about him was like great.
He was there for not just one arc. We had like when they go to the future first time. He was introduced, and you have like 2 or 3 more, or 2 arcs more with him as the main enemy. He's like there for a really long time. So I guess that's what makes him memorable, and what I kind of like. Why I also put him in the top S tier character group is because like he's really threatening. Like he will, if he gets his shit done, he will do like crazy stuff. Like damn, he will punch people.
Like wild character. I love him to death. He's phenomenal because he's like because he's not just like I just want to deal with this world. I want to deal with all the parallel worlds and like basically like rule over all of them. Like it's that like dude, you know what I mean? When you have a person like that who's like, I'm not just content with the space that I'm in. In terms of like worlds and universes and stuff like that. Like that's always like wow. Like that's always like stunning to me because it takes like so much to just like conceive of a plan that would seriously allow you to go about like conquering like all of these worlds. You know what I mean? And I think what I also love about him is that he kind of reminds you of like I don't know, like part of his story when he's just like, I always just felt kind of out of place. And I don't know, something about that just like it just kind of connected with me because I think a lot of people, at one point or another, feel the way that Byakuren does, right? Like maybe you're into a particular thing, and a lot of people around you aren't, and you're like, oh man, and you feel, it's like that isolation. Everything about his character was phenomenal. I don't know. But what about you? What would your? I think those are my 5, right? I have my 5. Yeah.
So we had 5 for you. It was Tsuna, Byakuren, Gokudera,
Hibari, and Reborn.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, there are for me like Tsuna and Reborn are not dodgeable. I guess they will always be top 5. That's why I said like we can do more because like you already have like 2 spots reserved for those 2, So yeah, for me, I need to put Hibari in there. I love Hibari. It's crazy. So I also had him like second from the Vogola group. Yeah. Then I would put
so Tsuna, Reborn, Hibari, right? So you have so those are 3.
Yeah. And 3, I would put Xanxes in there. Because at first, what made me really fall in love with was the Italian mafia theme, And I kind of this stuff got somehow lost over the series, Even though like in the future they were still wearing their suits and everything, some characters, and everything, but somehow the feeling of the real Italian mafia theme just got somehow lost. But until they go into the future, this theme was still there for me because the Varia with their, their outfits, and Xanxes with the fur or the feathers, the design with the guns with another way, I really, really love that design. And especially later on, he has also the lion. I guess it was a lion, no? As his animal there.
Oh yeah. The Mongol,
super amazing. Yeah. Like even and he's still like he doesn't want to bow down to Tsuna, even though he beat him, and he just somehow accepts it. Yeah, okay, for now you will be boss, but after solving those problems we have now, I will come for you. He give me this kind of feeling, and that's what I really, really dig about him, because he's, even though we see him as an ally after the Varia arc, he's kind of an ally for Vongola, but the warriors like this independent group of the Vongola family. So you never know what he's gonna do. So
yeah, and I get why he would be in people's top 5, like right, for me it's more of a personal thing, I guess. But like I think he's a wonderful character, and I love how there's those constant parallels for him and Suna. Like it's a consistent thing, everything about him is like clearly like always like the opposite of Suna, right? Like his design, his personality, the Mongola box, like all those things like are like vastly different. I love that like he has like this massive lion, sort of creature, and like Suna has Natsu, this like tiny little chibi lion, like, this cute little like cat thing. But like both of them are awesome. I love both. I think I really do love both characters. But yeah, like Xanxus, like just he doesn't like trump over just those characters that I particularly like. But he would definitely be like, he's definitely in the top 10, I think. He's definitely in the top 10. Do we want to add a couple more characters?
So for like, my fifth character, I still have one open there.
Oh, you have your fifth. Oh, okay.
So I would put Enma there. Yeah.
Enma,
host Kosato Enma from the Shimon family.
Shimon family, yeah. Yeah,
like
Enma's really cool.
Because also he had like he also had like this evil kind of moment when the Vindice like captured almost all of his like guardians and everything, and he was blaming Tsuna for it. And I really felt for the guy and everything, and and then later on they teamed up with Basil and Enma and Tsuna to beat Team Bermuda, I guess, if I remember. Cool. Yeah. So everything there, because he's like Tsuna's counterpart. Also, like he, if I remember correctly, he was also just put there in the family as the boss somehow, as like a really young teenager, I guess, and he has to be the boss there. So that's why I kind of like counterpart to Tsuna. But yeah, that's why I love him.
I like Enma too. Like Enma's like one of the reasons why I love him so much is because he's so much like Suna, and like it's almost like he's like what Suna was before his experiences as a Vongola, like more timid, and like and you see Suna help him like come out of his shell, and they really form like a genuine friendship. I feel like Enma is like legit, like out of everyone in the series, Enma is like legitimately Suna's friend. That's the vibe that I get, like they could hang out together, like it warms my heart when I think about the two of them just like chilling, like, doing whatever. It really made me happy that they introduced Enma as a character.
Yeah. Not only friend, but also like rival. Also, I really get to the like genuine rivals, not like the I need to destroy you kind of rival, but like I want to be stronger than your rival friendship kind of guy. Then that's what I like. It's also a little bit cliche for stories, I guess, but that's something I really love. That's why I put Enma also there.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, right? I think, and that's the thing, right? Generally about Reborn, I think we talked about this right in the last stream that some series do what you might call like cheesiness, like really well. Some don't, and Reborn is a series that does it really well, where it's like, who cares? It's like, yes, it's cheesy, but it's great. Like, it's awesome. I love it. I love like the feels and all of that. And Akira Amano just does a great job with that. She just, you love like their friendship. You love their little rivalry. You love that their powers like, don't like they can complement each other, but they also like, but like they can in a certain instance, but they don't. It's like he has a gravity ability, and Suna has like basically like it's like his ability is sort of like light, really. It's like energy. It's like, and they're really they're not supposed to work together, but because they're really good friends, they figure that out. You know, they figure out a way to use their powers, like in sync, and like they put them together. I love that.
Yeah. So just for who asked the question like there was someone who asked who's Enma.
Oh, that was
John Boy. Yeah. So just for explanation, Enma and his kind of guardians. He's from the Shimon family, and he just transfers to Zuna's school after some earthquake, whatever. And he's like, they are enemies because he felt like the first Shimon boss or Simon boss was betrayed by the Vongola family, and that's why he still has a grudge, and that's why they go after each other, I guess. But they figure stuff out, and they become, like we told before, like genuinely friends, or Tsuna and Enma, because it's only in a manga. So yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like when John Boy, if you know, right, when you say, hey, I'm gonna go read the manga, like when that shift happens, the artistic shift, you're gonna like it's one of those things that blows you away the first time you see it. You're like, wow, like the anime was cool, but look at this art though. it like really
anime,
is like
anime is really cool, like because of the gear and powers and everything, you know, and it's really good, animated very good, so no, but the manga is like, if I say it's another world, it's like an understatement still. It's like from another dimension, you know. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like, I don't know how to explain, but like it's out of this world, definitely.
Yep. Really amazing. I mean, like it's like if you think Suna looks cool in the anime, Suna looks like godly in the manga. Every time, any instance where he's in hyper dying will mode, he looks incredible. Incredible. And then when you get those color pages,
Graphic.
Oh yeah, the graphic. No, go ahead, Nakamanga.
I don't know. I'm not that sure if it's like really bloody. I'm not sure.
In the manga, I think so. Yeah. Like at least not like
it's not gore.
Like yeah.
It's definitely not gore kind of, but graphics kind of like type for blood and this kind of stuff, yes. But there, I don't think you'll see like organs or inner stuff, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's not that level, but I do think that like when someone gets like hurt or something like that, it's definitely like, oh, that person's hurt. It's not like, oh, they just got hit. You know, it's like whatchamacallit, like the sort of like catalyst for the Simone family versus the versus Suna's family, right, versus the Vongola. It's like, whoa, like that was intense. Like when I saw that, I was like, whoa, this. I don't remember seeing anything like this in the anime. Like, you know, it was like, I don't remember anything like that. Like I don't remember seeing anything that at that level, and it was really intense, and you really worried for this character. You really worried for them, you know. So I would say, yeah, it's more graphic and like, you know, it's more bloody, I think. But I wouldn't say it's like, oh yeah, like Nakamanga said, it's, you know, it's more bloody, you know, if anything.
Yeah. Okay, should we go next? Do you want to add some more characters into S tier, or just below A tier, or whatever, just below those 5 characters we have?
We can do that, and then I think that's where we can end the stream, just because I think we've been streaming for like 50 minutes or something like that, 49 minutes, something like that. So and then I have a and then I have a Food War stream, like almost right after this one, which is gonna be really cool. Like it's gonna be like I don't know if people even do that on YouTube, if they have like Food Wars discussions, like actual discussions like of the manga, right? Not like the anime. But that's gonna be pretty cool. So if you know if any of you read the Food Wars manga and you want to come to through to that discussion, feel free to come through. It's gonna be like a 6, like it's like 6 p.m. So we have enough time for continue doing this stream, and then when 6 hits, I'll start that stream. Hassan is gonna be in that stream as well, along with like a couple of other people. But so if anybody wants to come through and join that and talk about the manga, please do.
So let me start with I'll just throw Lambo right in there.
Yes.
he needs to be one of the top, especially because we start with the comedic arc and everything, and he just keeps the series light, I guess. If we wouldn't have him and, for example, Skull, we would definitely lose a lot of I don't know, we wouldn't have any comedy anymore. So he keeps the series kind of light, especially because also if he's fighting, he's still kind of this kind of fool kind of I don't know how should I say it? He's a goofy kind of character, even though he's fighting, and that's a really huge part why I love the series, because we still have those characters who keep it light during those serious moments. Yeah,
I agree. I have Lambo. Lambo's next for me as well. Well, no, it would be right. I would add Xanxus, obviously, and I would also add Lambo. Xanxus and Lambo would both be in my top 10. I adore Lambo. So the top 5, I already have the 5, and then if I'm including another 5, Xanxus would be in there. Lambo would be in there. Skull would be in there.
Now for me, there would also be Byakuran, also who was in your top 5. Then Viper, and I don't know. Let's put them there as a group, the Mukuro Chrome duo, because I think only themselves, we just already discussed a lot about it. Only themselves doesn't work that much for the series overall. But as a duo, I would put him there, because I like the fighting style, and I like to kind of he is imprisoned, but still kind of arrives there to save the day and help the Vongola family, But yeah, I would also put him in top 10
I like them. Yeah. And then I guess to round out, I guess my last person would be Damon Spade.
I hate him. I actually hate him. I know, I like
but that's why he's in my top 10. That's why he's in my top 10, because he was a
okay.
He's so good because you hate him, man.
I agree. I always praise those characters, like Severus Snape, Harry Potter, or if you have seen Game of Thrones, Joffrey. And here, Damon Spade. I really praise those actors always, because they make you hate the character so damn much. I really praise the guy, but I really you should hate the character, and it's written well, so you hate the character. So I guess he's a great character. Yes. But I will not put him just because of hate. I will not put him in top 10 because of my hate. No. I will not have him in my top 10. No, never.
That's fine.
But I definitely see why you put him there. But 100%, yeah.
It's just he has to be mentioned, right? But I mean, if it was top 5 hated characters, he'd definitely be number 1. He'd definitely be number one.
By far. Yeah, I always had the Vongola Primo family, this holy kind of personalities, they are the founders of the Vongola family and everything. Then he just came out as this hateful character. Oh damn! Oh, oh no. Sorry, really can't deal with that.
No, yeah, and then I mean, like, and I think it's why I appreciated, like, I never expected, I did not expect to see him again, right? And then bam, I was like, like, I was so mad. I was so mad, so mad.
That's true.
And then he just continues to keep doing like next level troll, like, douchey things, you know. So I like, he's that, like, that's why he's number 10, right? He's not, he ain't going anywhere near 9, 1 through 9. No. But he impact, like, he has such an impact that, like, for me at least, like, you know, I like, right, and he has to be in the top 10. But I totally understand if people like right, like yourself are like, hey, get this guy out of here. This guy shouldn't be nowhere near a favorites list. Like, I totally get that. I get that. Man, I hate that guy.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just kind of scrolling through the characters all, if I don't forget anyone. There's really a lot of great characters there. I would kind of lean out of the window maybe and put Diego also there.
You
also Vendici, like the Jaeger.
Oh yeah. That's cool. I loved that movie was really cool. Again, like, the art. This is why you gotta read the gotta read the manga. Gotta.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because, like, the story is not finished. Just to finish the story and how it goes alone, like, only at this point, like, makes it worth to read, you know. But we also have the upgrade in the art and to solve, like, the Urkubanena curse of the rainbow and everything, to see what's everything's about and everything, and so many great fights. Damn, like, yeah, it's absolutely worth to read the manga. Kind of sad that they never finished the anime though. Just like a side note there.
I agree. I mean, I feel like Reborn is one of those anime that, like, it desperately needs a remake. Not because the anime was, like, terrible or anything like that, but because I think now more than ever, like, they, you know, we can, you know, if you give it to, like, the proper studio and everything like that, they can do, like, a better job, right? Like, even though, like, even though the anime is great, I still believe it could be better. You know, you can always improve upon things. And obviously, like, it needs, like, the entirety of the manga. Like, the entirety of the manga should be animated. And I think, like, the art, you know, they could sort of push that art a bit more. You know, at least they could try, but it'd be hard. It'd be hard to really get that. It'd be really hard to get that that art animated. You know, unless you're, you know, you're not betting on Reborn in the way that you're betting on, like, My Hero Academia or Naruto or One Piece or something like that, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you give it the time, you know, give it some room to breathe, give it the time that it deserves, and then I think you'll get a phenomenal anime out of that.
Definitely. Yeah. To continue with characters, like, what do you think about Vongora Primo, like, Giotto?
Primo is so cool. You know, like, again, right, like, Amano was is great at the character design, like, fantastic. And his character designs, if I had to pick, like, a top 5 character designs for Reborn, like, he'd be my top 5 easily. Probably my top 3. He just looks so cool. You know, like, it's like, you think Suna looks cool. He looks incredible. Like, he looks like,
Yeah. I especially think, like, the kind of, because it's, like, so many years ago, and you have, like, the older clothing style, I guess. You know, it's not like modern clothing style. So, and that's somehow something which really fits into the Italian mafia theme and everything, and especially when you see the flashbacks with Simon like the Simo family and everything there, what's going on there, you know, before the family, Vongula family was founded, everything there just makes him like shoot up the rankings, I guess, for me.
Yeah, I agree. Like the more we get to know,
character, of course, but because it's also like Tsuna's kind of the, I don't know, kind of the reincarnation of like, because he's very similar to him and he uses gloves and everything, you know. So because he's very close to Tsuna, so that's why he's also like a great character, because it's very similar to the protagonist. And since we have the protagonist like ranked so highly, I guess he's not that far away.
That's true. And I also like that. I like the right, the fact that what is inherited is like some of the important things, right? Some of the important things, certain bits, you know, from Primo's character, who he kind of was, in terms of being the leader of the Mongola, but right, and the abilities, of course. But I love that like he doesn't like right, like Suna's not going to become Primo, right? Like Suna's not going to Suna is Suna.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, I agree. He will never be. He will never be Mongola Primo, you know. But it's kind of for me. It's like the Mongola Primo was like the kind of goal for Tsuna to aim at, and just to kind of aim at him and just shoot past him, because he needs to. Well, of course, every leader should aim to overcome their predecessor, you know. So first he should like have a role model there, and in the end, for me, in the end, he just gets past him, and it's not just a great boss like inside the family, but also outside, because he's like Simon family, and he makes up that stuff. He with Anma, you know, they buried the old grudge there. Then you have all the thing. And the lost arc with Bermuda and Checkerface and everything, and when they bond with other characters from other families and everything, that's great. So for me, Tsuna just at that last arc kind of thing, just passed Mongola Primo, definitely.
Yeah. That's like, and I think like that's why like I always feel like it's like that's why like again, John Boy, it's like you gotta read the manga. It's like that last arc just does so much for so many characters, and particularly Suna. Like Suna just really like again like Nakamanga said, like that's where like Suna becomes Suna. Like when like you don't like you understand the lineage and you understand like all that stuff, but Suna is like his own person. Like he's making moves, he's doing all of these things, and you're so proud of him. Like it's I don't want to say it's rare, but like I think it's rare, at least for me, to be proud of a character after the series is done. Like I can like love a character. I can be like, oh, they're so cool, this is incredible. But to be proud of a character when a series wraps up is like, it's a different feeling. It's just like, man, I was so proud of Suna like in that last arc. I was like, yeah,
definitely. Like this, it's like really, really, really seldom to have that kind of feeling, you know. If I compare to I don't know, Bleach or Naruto, when they ended, like my feelings or thoughts there were like, yeah, he beat that bad guy really up really well, good job. But here, like, damn, this character developed like more than I ever could imagine, you know. Like this proud feeling, happy feeling, like, damn, like the writing is so good. So that's also why the last arc manga, just do yourself a favor and read it. Don't do it for us, do it for yourself, you know.
Yeah, it's just so good. It's so good. And I think like it yeah, and that's why like whenever people are like, oh, I don't particularly like the series, I'm like, but you ain't even read you maybe you watch anime, but you haven't read the manga, you don't know what else happens. Like how do you make a opinion like that if you haven't finished like what you're talking about? You know, doesn't make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Like, it bothers me. It really does. Because I think, again, like Reborn, is one of those series that it just has so much heart, and right, and some right, and oftentimes in a cheesy way, but it's one of those series that reminds you that like it's okay for things to be cheesy, and it's okay to love cheesy things. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like, I think that's important, because sometimes like people will be like, oh, I'm not gonna watch that series. I'm a man. I gotta watch. You know, the only thing that I can read, all I can read is Berserk and Vagabond, and that's it. And maybe some One Piece and Naruto, and that's all I can do. And I'm like, yo, like, if that's how you feel, you're missing out on so much. Just in terms of like an emotional range, I think. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but you know, and it's not, that's not to say that those series aren't good or great or phenomenal, right? It's that I always tell you, like, you can't limit yourselves in that way. Like Reborn is one of those series that like really allows you to be like, oh, this thing is so fun. And like, I don't know, I get like a feeling that like I'm like, you know, 11 years old or something like that. Again, like I can feel 11 years old and I can feel 29. You know, like I can take certain things in a series seriously, and I can laugh, and I can be like, you know, have these warm feelings and everything like that. It's just, you know, it's just good stuff.
Yeah, it's great. Like I also agree. You shouldn't be limiting yourself to kind of genres, I guess, and also not to like super straightforward shonen kind of shonen, but there are also so much more, and so many different style of manga who are aimed at shonen, because shonen is here for young boys, but also seinen. What is seinen? I forgot. Seinen for older.
Yeah,
for older boys,
like
you know,
18,
like yeah, like there are also so
whatever.
many great stuff. Just like also straightforward stuff, like just more gory, like Tokyo Ghoul and everything, or but there's also like some deep stuff like Oyasumi Pun Pun. I would kind of put it there. No, there's so many great stuff, so don't limit yourself. Just explore in directions you don't know. If you don't like it, you still can stop and discover another direction or another kind of genre, but never limit yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
So should we recap for a second, like our top 5 Arcobaleno and top 5 for
yeah.
so we can end the stream, I guess.
Top 5 Arcobaleno I had, right? Phone, Reborn, what's my third? The third one was Skull, I believe. Skull was my number 3. Fourth was Viper, and then fifth was, what was the fifth? Man, I don't know why I can't remember. Who's my fifth?
A lot of merch will bring it down.
I feel like maybe it was Lao. I feel like it was Lao. I feel like Lao was probably my fifth.
Yeah. For me, it was. Yeah. For me, it was Reborn, Viper, Phone, Skull, and Bermuda.
Gotcha.
Okay. Right, cool. And top 5 all characters I had. Of course, Reborn, Tsuna, Xanxus, Hibari, and the 5th was, I forgot. Who put it? Enma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had Tsuna, Reborn, Hibari, Gokudera, and Byakuran. Those are my 5. Yeah, those are my 5.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I guess I have to go. So kind of to wrap it things up, I thank everybody already. Thank you again to join for streaming together, discussing together here, and everyone. I'm really happy because I don't have that much views or viewers on my channel yet. I guess that's why I'm really happy to see like a lot of interaction in the chat. So thank you everyone to writing and to enjoying and joining the discussion here and hyping the Reborn manga. So thank you, everyone.
Yep. And again, like, we're going to do more of these discussions. Like, again, if you want more Reborn discussion, we can always do, top characters in these groups and stuff like that. Maybe we want to rank the arcs. We can always do these discussions, and the discussions will be longer. Because like usually I would start at 3, but today I had a whole bunch of stuff to do. I had to make sure I got a haircut because if I'm going to work and I'm looking, no, like the kids will make fun of me, the teachers make fun of me, they assistant principal make fun of me, the principal make fun. No, you gotta look good, right? Like you have to. So I had to do that. But usually the streams would pretty much be like either at 3 p.m. Eastern time or 5 p.m. Eastern time, depending on whatever our schedules and stuff like that. No. So again, like Nakamanga said, always, like y'all make these streams like amazing. Like we love having these conversations, but it's always great when we have other people in these conversations and we can see your opinions and we can shout them out and everything like that. It's awesome. It's awesome. Makes me super happy. Pretty sure it makes Nakamanga super happy. And and part 3 of the Reborn discussion stream, I'm not sure when that'll be. I think what we're gonna do, because we have another stream that we do where we talk about arcs within Yu Yu Hakusho and Deadman Wonderland at the moment. So we're both reading one of the arcs, one of the manga for the first time. So I'm reading Deadman Wonderland for the first time. He's reading Yu Yu Hakusho for the first time. So if you're fans of either of those series or both, and you want to hear how we feel about the series, like, in particular points in the series, feel free to come through to those streams too. All right. If you want to sub, right? Like if you want to sub to, make sure that you're notified of those things, please do. But I generally try not to ask people to sub just because, like, it's not me. Like, if you want to sub, you're going to sub, right? Like that's kind of how I feel about it.
I just wanted to say for the other streams, you actually that one and it's always like I really like to make it clear that we have like the expert versus newbie kind of situation there, where one really loves the series. Like I really love Deadman Wonderland, and the Black Manga Critic didn't read it yet, so we have like I kind of interview him about the arc we just read. So we have like what he's expecting, what's happening next, what were their feelings about what happened in this arc and everything. And the same thing goes another way around for you, actually, for me. So we try to kind of have a new concept there to not just have like a simple discussion like how do you feel about this and that and everything, rank characters, but like kind of a new concept to have like a new reader with an expert reader there to see what's going on there. So I guess we will also do this stream next week. So we still have to notify each other about the next arc. Still didn't do that. And so I guess weekly stream on Saturday.
All right.
So looking forward to doing it again.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. So next Saturday, 3 p.m. sounds good. 3 p.m. makes time. Yeah. So make sure you're there. What I'm gonna do is, like, once I understand that there's I have a set time and everything like that for events, I'll set them up on my channel so that I'm reminded, like, hey, like here's a list of events that I gotta I gotta make sure that I'm there for at this set time. So I'll probably set up the event sometime either late tonight or sometime like tomorrow after I've done everything that I got to do tomorrow. All right. So thank you for the compliments, Logia X. Thank you for all that. All y'all, thank you for coming through once again. We're gonna always do these streams for y'all. Again, like I talked with Hassan about setting up the Shokugeki stream because we love Shokugeki no Soma, we love the manga, but we don't really see anybody out there really doing like these kind of discussions about it. So we're like, hey, let's do it, right? So anytime you want to, if there's a manga that you want to talk about and stuff like that, feel free to suggest it during these streams, and I'll make sure like I put those things down and we'll have a conversation about them. All right. So I'm the Black Manga Critic. This was an awesome stream. This is part 2. I believe Yonko Productions is the guest for Dustin's stream, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Okay, I'm the Black Manga Critic, and I'm out, y'all.